Magic Tree House Merlin Mission 3 Summer of the Serpent. Jack and Annie find out a pale blue seashell like a small fan. There was writing on it as follows. To Jack and Annie of Frog Creek, on this summer solstice, journey to a land lost in mist, to a time even before Camelot. Follow my rhyme to complete your mission. On the other side was a poem. Jack read the poem aloud. Before night falls on this summer day, a shining sword must find its way into your hands and out of the gloom, or Camelot's king shall meet his doom. To begin your quest for this sword of light, call for the help of the water knight, then pass through the cave of the spider queen, and swim with the Selkie clothed in green. Enter the cove of the stormy coast, dive neath the cloak of the old grey ghost, answer question with love, not fear, with rhyme and sword, your home is near. They think this new mission is not easy after reading the poem. With a seashell-shaped invitation, they travel to where no sign of human life anywhere is. Jack and Annie try to do what the rhyme tells them. Annie makes the water knight on a creature with horse's head, neck and a long silvery fish's tail appear and he helps them. They think the water knight is like the stag in their previous mission. While checking the rhyme, they concentrate on finding Sword of Light, and pass through the cave of the Spider Queen. Spider Queen with 8 red glowing eyes and 8 long, hairy legs, clings to a ledge near the ceiling crack of a cave. She shots web strands as thick as a rope straight toward them. However, they get to know she wants to help them getting out of the cave. After they escaping from the cave, they meet Teddy and his friend Kathleen, a Selkie they are looking for. She informs them about the Sword of Light they are seeking and leads them to the jellyfish cave to find it. Seal skins like scuba divers Kathleen gave them make them feel they become seals just by putting on. Because of them, they can swim like seals and pass the jellyfish cave, easily feeling completely protected. However, they encounter the cloak of the old grey ghost, called a very thick fog by Selkies. Jack and Annie get to know the ghost isn't a ghost at all but fog. The work they have to do now is looking for the sword under the fog. They finally find it with the help of Teddy and Kathleen, and Jack pulls it with all his might. Their mission is not completed. They meet the giant sea serpent with long neck, scaly green skin and eyes burned like bright yellow lamps when it stares at them. It begins to ask a question about the sword to Jack and Annie. It says, what is the purpose of the sword?
That is the ancient question.
Jack and Annie remind the rhyme, and try to answer a question with love, not fear. Without fear, Jack answers the question well. Now, the last thing they have to is getting home before completely dark. With the help of the Sword of Light and Kathleen, they return to Merlin. Merlin's mission is done. After returning to the tree house in Frog Creek, Jack and Annie get to know that Merlin was the Water Knight. Mission clear. What will be their next Merlin mission?